Hi, honey. Can you hear me? Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Look at my hair. I'm just going to let me stop the recording for 1 second. Let me pause the thing. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our team Zoom. Ellen and I wanted to jump on and share some tips with you that have worked for us on filling our calendars and sponsoring and scheduling, because that's what we do: sell, sponsor, schedule, share the business. And I know, Ellen, you are the total queen of the party, queen of asking people to host. And maybe you could just start and share some of your tips, because if we don't have anything on our calendar, it's hard. We feel like, who do we talk to? And the best way to meet new people is to schedule some fun events. So would you start?
I would love to start on this beautiful Saturday morning. And you know what I really think, you guys, is I think you have to just take all the pressure off everybody gets so overwhelmed. Oh my gosh, I got to ask for a party. I got to ask for a party. But like my neighbor just said the other night, she goes, are you guys doing anything tomorrow afternoon? Like less than 24-hour notice. I just want to have a few people over for chili. I just want to have some fun. And I think you have to stop taking it off as, oh, we're doing this big old presentation, and say, you know what? Let's just get together and have a good time. I don't know if you saw, Jamie, there was a video. Christy Card did Donna Weiser's call a couple weeks ago, and it was a great little YouTube. If you haven't seen it, everybody, you've got to see it, or I can resend it.
Can you post it on our team page? Post it on our team page.
I will do that. And it's 10 minutes long. But she says when people walk in, I say, do you want a martini, a lemon drop, or a brain bomb, And she's got little glasses. And, it's like, okay, the brain bomb is the mind health. The martini is the pomegranate fizz, you know what I mean, without the vodka. Or maybe she does with the vodka. And the lemon drop is, she's using a little shot of the new cleanse.
Yeah, which is
but so she's getting the Arbonne products in them, but she says everybody is having so much fun, and then they're sitting around going, what did you have? What did you have? What did you have? Guys, it's just a party. It's just a girls' night out. It's just fun. If you make it fun and your attitude is like, woohoo, this is awesome. I don't know a girl, anybody, a girl or man that doesn't want to get together, either do, the healthy living, or like in my group, we always say, hey, who doesn't want a complimentary facial makeover and, shed a few pounds for the holidays coming? So my tip is just really to lighten up your attitude. Either have people come over to your house. If you don't have parties on your calendar, start with you.
right.
Start with you and say, hey guys, I'm having a little, some girls get together at my house, come on over. And then before they leave, ask them, we've got the holiday line. I am bribing people with the holiday line. And it's not even a bribe. They want to do it. I'm like, okay, Susie, you can have the first pick of the exclusive holiday line just for having a few girls over. You can have anything you want. I have a little basket of holiday products. She's like, oh my gosh. So I think it's a lot. Attitude is everything. I think you have to ask. I know there's a lot of girls in qualification in my group that's really close to bonusing that just started. For people that are just started too, Jamie, I think they don't know how to ask. And I would really just go to your best friends, your family, your mother, whoever it is, and say, oh my gosh, I am really close to my first pay raise, or for my next pay raise, first level. I need to practice. We're going to do some complimentary makeovers and facials. Can you just get a few people over so I can practice? So I think for new people, it's just, hey, let me practice. Everybody practices. When you were starting yoga, you were probably practicing on girls with yoga.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because you're reminding me of when I first started my business. I called my best friend and I was like, listen, Carol, I started this business. I'm so excited. It would mean the world to me. That's Linda Parker's words. It would mean the world to me. Can I just practice on you? I'd rather poke you in the eye than someone I don't know. You know,
Right.
like, can you just get a few friends around the table? And the thing was, she said no. Okay, so here's what she did say. Like, you can't be afraid of the no. All right. So she said no. Bleh. Like, this is my best friend, right? And so she said, but my next door neighbor knows all about you. And she knows we're friends. And she loves to do this kind of stuff. You should call her. So I was like, hey, Denise, Carol said you're such a nice person. Like, compliment people. Carol said you're such a nice person, and I've started this new business. It would mean so much to me. I'll give you a free eye cream if you would get a few friends over. All right. So I could practice my presentation. Like, we're going to do mini facials, or in my case, like, I have a new girl hosting wine and wellness. I'm like, Karen, let's just do wine and wellness and show. I'm sorry, the lighting's kind of bad.
That's fine.
And then you could see I'm already packing for, Jamaica. But anyways, I said, let's do wine and wellness. Like, and she goes, great, let's have it on my rooftop. And I said, Karen, I don't care if people drink wine. You can't drink it because you're on the program. I said, well, we can serve it to all your friends, you know? So I think you have to have a plan. Like Ellen said, you know, are you going to bribe people with the holiday line? Like, I just went in my cabinet yesterday and I found 3 night creams, okay? I thought, I'm going to give these away. All right? Who can I bribe to have a few friends together? I'll give you a free night cream. Get 3 friends around the table. All right? You know, like, it's like Ellen said, use the holiday line. Like, you know, make it fun. But you have to have a list. That's why I ask people to get out your, I mean, everyone needs to open their phone. Don't you? Like, Ellen, when you think, oh my God, who am I going to call and ask, what do you do? What's your strategy?
You know what? I keep a running list. I think about who have I not connected with for a while. It's really funny. You know, I just had my birthday and I got all these Facebook things, you know, and I started thinking, oh my gosh, this one wished me a happy birthday and I haven't connected with them for a while. So I really, you know, go back to who do I know? And it doesn't even have to be in your backyard, you guys. Like, we're doing Zooms like this, FaceTime, everything. You know, I'm from Wisconsin. I am like literally going back to starting to connect with people that I knew back there. And if you don't, start friending them. Friend all your old friends on Facebook, who you grew up with, who you went to high school with. And it's not just about Arbonne, it's just building relationships again.
Right. It's just reconnecting. And the other thing that I like to do is when anyone likes my photos, I like to always say thank you. Like, there's a girl I went to high school with that, like, I wished her her name came up. And so I wished her happy birthday in Messenger, because you can send a little like Snoopy and a GIF, you know? So I just wished her happy birthday. And then she started liking my stuff. And then I thanked her. And like, I would love to talk to her about the business. All right. And that's the other thing I want to talk about asking, because while we were at Impact, I was talking to someone on one of our teams, and I said, you know, because they offered us a challenge, and this is what I think, well, what's the day today, the 22nd? Okay, so today's the 22nd. I would love it if every day for till the end of the month, all of us did our 5. And what does that mean? Ellen, do you want to share who asked us to do? Was it Kristen Walter?
Kristen Walters, she said, take a selfie at the Impact Tour and just message, you know, 5 people. Robin pumped it up and said, I'm going to do 10.
Right.
And it was just not to say you're at a meeting, but say I'm at this fun event and I was thinking about you. When can we connect? Had nothing to do about, oh my gosh, business. It was just, when can we connect? And she sent the picture of the selfie. And Jamie, I know you and I were talking and you were like, I don't know what it was, what the difference made, but it was something about sending that picture.
Right. So you could send, for those of you that didn't get to Impact, take a Saturday selfie, doing something fun and silly, or be like, it's beautiful out here today. Or you could take a picture of you and your dog, or you and your friends, or your family, you know, like, hey, Saturday selfie, was thinking of you. I hope you're doing great. Would love to catch up. When could we meet for tea? You know? So I think it's important. And here's what, you know, you want to be texting or messaging or reaching out to 5 people every day. And you need, like Ellen said, to have a running list. And I think what's important, I recently heard one of the leaders in, you know, in the industry say, if you have more clients than business partners, you're talking too much about the product. And I was like, whoa, okay. Because all of us can go about our great products, but you know, the walk away asset income in this business is building a team. And so it really got me thinking, do people know how to ask people to take a look at our business, or are you all just leading with the product? Because I like to lead with the business and then default to, then, you know, I'm giving them samples. They can always use the products and become a preferred client. So the way I do that is very simple. I say to people, you know, what's going on? What's new? How's your job? How's your life? You know, just curious. This is a so chill words, just curious. You have a great background, or give them a compliment. Just curious. I know you're in the like health and I know you're a trainer. Just curious. I see you have a background in, you know, nursing. Just curious. I see you're a teacher. Just curious if you keep your income options open. Like, if I could show you a way to do something alongside your current career, would you be open to taking a peek? Would you be open to taking a look? Are you interested in, are you open-minded to another income stream if it didn't interfere with your current job? Like that, I ask. So I'm not going, oh my God, you should do this because Arbonne's products are so good, they're amazing, blah, 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 blah. You know, that will kill it every time because we're being salesy about it. I think it's really important that we're asking a question and then we're zipping it and waiting for an answer, whether it's on Messenger, text, LinkedIn, on the phone. I mean, Ellen, what are your...
I think that's perfect. And I think not enough people ask. And I'll tell you, I was talking with Debbie Petty on the phone last week, and she was listening to a YouTube from somebody from the UK. And they're like, we always lead with the business. I mean, I always say we are in 3 of the largest industries. We are in health and wellness. We are in anti-aging. And we have an online shopping mall. We
Right.
are in the UK, the products are just a vehicle. And Debbie and I were talking about this because I was on the beach with my dear friend Sarah McCullen, you know her, and she laughed and she goes, Ellen, I love you dearly, but you Americans, you love to wash your face so much. I says, what do you mean by that? She goes, you're all about talking about the products, and we're all about talking about how the products are a vehicle for a fabulous life.
Right.
And I think that we have to take that seriously because, like you said, if we have more preferred clients than consultants, we're not really sharing what these products can do for your life. And everybody is looking for something.
Right.
I mean, let's face it, I don't care how much you make. Everybody's always like, if you're smart, this is just now a smart business move, having an online shopping business.
Right.
It's smart now.
Right. And the other thing is that it's so, like, you know, it's the same philosophy. We're chillax, just like Ellen said. When you're calling someone and saying, hey, get a few friends together, I've got a new holiday line, what do you want from it? I'll gift you this, or I'll gift you that, or, you know, let's have girls' night out, or let's have wine, and let's just chillaxing about asking someone about the business, because what have you got to lose? Like, I'm reading the, it's the manifesto. There's something manifesto by Brendan Burchard. And he was like, you can either be led by fear or lead by courage. And fear gets the best of people because they go up in their head. You have to turn it around and say, what if I don't ask this person? Not like, oh my God, bleh, but what if I don't? Like and you guys, you have to get out of your house. I'll be reaching out to people online a lot. You have to make 5 new friends every day. We don't care how you make them. Ask for referrals, go online and friend some people that you haven't talked to on Facebook, go out. Like, I'm going to tell you a great story. I was with my son having lunch, and we were talking about something kind of serious. He left for college a couple weeks ago, and this guy next to us interrupts us and says, dude, I'm sorry. I hope you don't think it's rude that I'm interrupting. And he shares some pearls of wisdom with my son, Noah. And then, like, he went on his way. And I was like, oh my God, Noah, the universe just joined us, right? 3 weeks later, I'm at a coffee appointment at Whole Foods, and he walks in. I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. So to make a long story short, we connected by phone numbers. And I reached out to him and I said, listen, I know you're a really successful guy. I know you told me what you did, but do you keep your income options open? And he was like, who doesn't? Like, who wouldn't? I'm like, well, could we meet for tea? Like, business. Like, I didn't want him to think I was hitting on him. Business, okay. Could we meet for tea so I could show you this business? Because he's totally fit, right? So we talked a little bit about the products, and I said, but it's so much more than this. I want you to take a look at this book, The 4-Year Career. See, we want you guys to use a tool and not you being the message. So I said to him, have you ever heard, because I don't want people to feel stupid. I said, have you ever heard that old adage, which would you rather have, $1 million or a penny doubled every day? And I tab the book out. So I take the book and I tab the parts that are the most profound. And I said, and he goes, $1 million. I said, are you sure? And he said, well, now tell me the story. And I'm like, look, on day 16, you only have $163. I go, but Matthew, by day 30, you have $5.2 million. He's like, what? I go, that's what I'm trying to share with you. This is an asset income opportunity. This is not just like, can you move a bunch of products to your friends? It's so much bigger than that. You're a businessman. So like that's, if you haven't read that book and you can't recite it inside and out, and I don't mean recite it, I mean truly explain the concept of it, you're leaving money on the table. I loved what someone said. Take care of your mind so you can take care of your mind so you can pay yourself. So it's like, this is not a difficult skill. It's in the book. All right. But like, you want to be able to explain this business and make it short and sweet and use a tool to do it, just like we do when we give away a sample pack. I was listening to my friend Lori Herman the other day. She was live from her house, Healthy Living. And this was a great story because I used it the next day in this coffee appointment. She said, I wasn't in the market to join a network marketing company, but someone handed me a sample of these anti-aging products and said there's a business connected to the products. And I said, I love these products. And of course my friends would want them too. I'd be silly not to try, to do this, because who wouldn't want to look younger? I was like, that's such a great line. And I used it and I said to him, I didn't grow up thinking I was going to be a network marketing leader or join a network marketing company. That no one grows up thinking that. But when you look at the business model, it's brilliant.
Right.
So, when you're asking people to take a look, you don't have to explain that. You just have to get the opportunity to open their mind and see if they're open. And the same thing, I had another appointment the day before, and the girl was as close could be. She was like this. Like, well, are you interested in even trying the products? Like, she met me because I told her what I was doing. And then she was like, oh, no, like close-minded. So I don't want you to think Ellen and I never hear no.
Jamie, that's a really good point. And I always say, stay off Facebook. It's like a wedding. You hear the good stories. you know, and with you and me, I always post if I sponsored a new person and I welcome them to the team. I don't post all the people that said they were going to do this and blew me off, or I'm sitting there at a coffee appointment drinking coffee by myself because they never showed up. Like, okay, you don't hear those stories, right?
Right.
People just hear all this stuff and they think, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. We just don't tell you all the bad stuff.
Right. And I think maybe we should share, once a day, like, okay, today I drove all the way to Chicago to meet with a girl who was so excited, and then all of a sudden was like I was offering her the devil's brew.
Right. And I will tell you, I know Tammy's working in that on this, but Kristen Walters also said, go to a new nail person, go to a new hair person, join a new church, and I have to tell you, most people are like, oh, no, I don't want to do that because they really love their people. Tammy went and got her haircut and her daughter's haircut by a new salon, met the person. She shared what she does, and I think Tammy has an appointment with her now to share Arbonne with her.
That's
just by getting it, and the haircuts were adorable. So
yeah, and Ellen, you bring up a really good point. I'm part of a group called Rank Makers. His name's Ray Higdon. I think it's $9 a month. Okay, because really, like, we all need training, support, and to be growing ourselves and our skills. And he did a summit, and he had a speaker on, and here's what this girl said. She's a top income earner in her company. They're from people, and Rank Makers are from companies all over the board. Okay, it's not Arbonne, it's whatever. And this girl said, I wanted to go to Chicago, and if ever I want to visit, I then need a tax write-off. So I figure out how I can grow my team there. So she said, I dropped down into Chicago, and what's the best place to meet people? Toes and nails. She said, I went and got a pedicure or a polish change every day for 10 days. I sponsored 10 consultants into my business in 10 days.
She was intentional. She was on purpose.
On purpose, and was like, where can I go to meet women? Okay. So I was like, and that's the thing, you guys, don't be afraid to just say to someone, hey, I would just love to stay connected with you. Are you on Facebook or are you a texter? Okay. So like, I mean, I'll give you two stories. Yesterday, I went and got a pedicure with my girlfriend, and this woman had this thing on her neck. It was like some kind of a massage thing. I was like, what is that? I just started talking to her. I'm like, well, what do you do? Where do you live? What do you do? And she told me, oh, I do this, and I'm a part-time travel agent. I go, a part-time travel agent? That's great. I love to travel. Do you have a business card? And she's like, yes. And then I said, are you on Facebook? And she said, yes. And then we found out we had 5 mutual friends. And one of them did the 30-day healthy living, and I happened to help her. And I'm like, I helped her lose all that weight. She goes, well, look at me. My son's getting married. I said, well, we should talk. I will call you tomorrow. New friend. All right. I mean, bam. And then I went to break the fast with my girlfriend and met her cousin. And the cousin's amazing. And I was like, we just found a mutual connection. I'm like, well, are you on Facebook or are you a texter? She's like, text me. I'll be home all day tomorrow. So I called her. We're having coffee. Do you know what? And I was like, you're amazing. Have you ever thought of another, income stream? Have you ever thought of getting out of, your job or doing something so you could have more time with your family? Have you ever thought of it? Just curious. That's all
I like that. Just curious.
Just curious, and I like to compliment people. Like, you have this great energy. You're so positive. You're so happy. You're such a great cook. What? It doesn't matter. Like, but it was true. She knew I was being sincere. Be sincere, but you've got to be meeting new people every single day. Every day. Like, whatever you have to do, go to a different salon, go to get your hair, go get your toes, go walk into a different Walgreens and meet somebody. How do we meet people? I just say, thank you for the service. You're so nice. I used to say, like, how do you meet people, Ellen? Do you have a couple lines you use, like, that you ask? So
you know what? I just start talking to people.
Like,
I don't know. We all just have conversations, And I always say, if I'm talking to a service person, thank you for your service. You're so helpful. You're such a people person. You must be really good at what you do. Then we start talking. How long have you been here? Do you work? I mean, we just start a conversation.
Right. And I think
people are overthinking starting a conversation.
Right. Exactly. And then understanding that, it's very simple to just say, it was fabulous meeting with you. I say, I would love to stay connected.
Yeah.
Are you on Facebook or are you a texter? Which would you prefer? And they'll be like, oh, I'm on Facebook, or, oh, I'm, text me or whatever. Your goal is just to get the connection so you could follow up with them. It's not to tell your whole Arbonne story.
Right.
It's just to ask. I would love to stay connected. That's an ask. Would love to stay connected. You're fabulous. You were fun. It was great to meet you. Thank you for the great service. Do you live in the area? What else do you do? Is this your full-time gig? Oh, wow. Well, I might have something for you. Are you on Facebook or are you a texter? How would you like to stay connected?
And you know what, Jamie, I think because this whole call has been about asking, I think even for me too, start tracking. Are you asking people to do, are you asking for something once a day or once a week?
Right.
And, if you start really tracking it, you'll really be surprised. Your paycheck, your business is going to reflect on how much you're asking, really.
Right. And that's such a good point, Ellen. I'm so glad you brought it up because we both did the Richard Brooks boot camp. Mm-hmm. And he was like, if you have learned anything in these last 90 days, anything, if you are not tracking your business, you are losing. Like you just, there's no business if you're not tracking it. And so my goal is at least 5 asks every day. How long, I'm going to close with this funny story. Okay. This is a funny story. Okay. So I have 4 children and 2 daughters, right? And both my daughters are Arbonne consultants. This is going to cut me off in a minute. Continue. So really quickly, on this meeting now has unlimited minutes. I don't know what.
Okay, finish with your story.
Okay, sorry.
We don't get cut off.
So, Rachel's a district manager. And she said, I think Arbonne owes me money, but I can't figure out how to get it. So I said, Rachel, do you have Pure Pay? She's like, what's Pure Pay? So I walked her through how to download it, all right? And I said, I'm not going to budge till you tell me how much money's in your Pure Pay account. She goes, oh my God. I said, what? She's like, just guess. I said, how much is in there? $1,100. She did a thing on Instagram that said, happy is when Pure Pay pays your rent. I said, Rachel, I could show you why sending 5 texts a day, how you could get that $1,100 a month. Would you do it? Everyone has time to send 5 texts a day. Asking people to take a look. That's my story.
That's a great story.
Okay. So 5 asks a day, and we can post in the group again. I think we should do a challenge. Everyone who's up for 5 asks a day, we'll keep a running total, and Ellen and I will come up with a treat or something. Okay. How does that sound? Maybe we'll have lunch or something. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. So get your ask on. All right. And track it. I track it in my calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every day it's tracked in my calendar. Okie dokie.
All right. Thanks, guys, for getting on. We have so much of an opportunity here to make such a difference in our lives and other people's. We just gotta be focused and intentional on what we're doing every day.
Yep.
That's it.
Love you. I think it's funny we're both in orange.
Get ready for Jamaica colors.
You got it. All right, everybody. I'll upload this to our team. And Ellen, will you post that YouTube video that you talked about?
Yes.
All right. Happy Saturday. Go get your ask on.
Bye-bye.